G'day guys, how you going? Now today, we're going to be building our own moss poles. This is a DIY moss pole guide. Now why do we want moss poles? We want moss poles because you get bigger foliage, bigger foliage, you get a bigger plant, you get a healthier plant, and they also just look sick. So here's an example of the sort of plants we get. All right. So these two are Philodendron splendids. Now this one has grown up with a moss pole, and see this one hasn't. Still healthy, still very, very healthy plant, but this is the one who, you know, the leaves are obviously fucking huge, and that's because of the moss pole. That's because of the nutrients that it's getting inside the moss, the moisture that it's retaining. See, all the types of plants that go on moss poles are climbers. And you can tell little climbers by all these little aerial nodes that they send out, right? In the nature, will go into the tree, it'll set root, it'll draw nutrients from that, and that's what'll make the leaves bigger. See, this one, it actually puts its roots into the moss pole, and it grabs a lot, and it knows, oh, okay, I've got a lot more nutrients, I'm gonna make a bigger leaf, I can support it. And that's why you get a big, beautiful bastard like this. Anyway, so today I'm going to be telling you and showing you how to do it step by step. So here's what you need. You need some sphagnum moss. Now that's been wet, so it's nice and moist. Comes dry, moisten her up. I'll put in a little video of me doing that right now. Okay, now that you've seen my moss being moistened, let's move on to the other things. Best wiring that I found was actually a metal chicken wiring. I've tried other plastic ones. I've tried all all other lighter weight, lighter mesh one. They just don't stick up as well. They don't hold the plant when it becomes bigger. You're better off just going metal chicken wire. It's way better, way easier. I like to put a little support in the middle, a little bamboo for support, emotional and physical, of course. Now the cheapest way to get this one, as opposed to going out and getting all the individual ones, which will cost you an arm and a fucking leg, if you go to the fencing area in Bunnings, you can actually buy this bamboo stuff made into a little poolside fence. Who would want a bamboo fence? Fucking God knows. But it's great for that, and it ends up being a lot cheaper if you buy it bulk. Or if you want to get really fancy pantsy on it, you can get one of these metal plastic sort of ones. All right. Also going to need a lot of zip ties, clippity bippities for all your trimming needs. Start off, put a nice little layering down, squeeze out the excess water, get a nice layer down. And for all of you who have partaken in smoking some durries, or rolling some joints, you're gonna feel right bloody at home doing this. The important thing though is you leave whatever size planter you have at this point. All right, so your planter is gonna come up to here because you fill that with the soil, and then you put it in. So you just fill up from the top there, make a little gully in the middle, right? That's where you chuck this guy in. I chuck him in here like this. And plonk a little bit more on top. Boom, 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 boom. Now you want it to be quite packed. It's time to roll it up. It's a lot, like rolling up a joint. Join me over here for a second, and we're just gonna wrap this up. You zip her up like that. Find it's easiest if you get the middle, and then you get either side of the moss pole. And then you sort of just fill in the gaps, if that makes sense. So you go like this, and also leave a little bit of a gap at the top there, and I'll show you why later on. Show you why that's important. The top, And then you just keep going like that till you got it all zippy tied up. Zippy tie, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Final stages. It's time to give it a little bloody haircut, isn't it? So you get your pal, right? And then you just, you know, take it down to the barber. Talk to it like it's Sandra's coming again. Hi Sandra, how are you? Yes, no, nice. Oh, you got COVID, did you? Oh, God. I feel like everybody's had it at the moment. Yes. Oh, God, yes. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, you know? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just getting rid of all these little strenuous little bits coming out here. Yes, just getting rid of them so you look lovely and clean. And also this sort of shit doesn't fall onto the fucking floor. Which can be very fucking annoying to clean up later. Yeah, Sandra, yeah. So yeah, we just give her a little trim like that, and when she's got all of her, see here, all those little bits are all tucked away and she's looking lovely and sexy. There you go. There she is. She's looking beautiful, sensual, sexy. She's ready to support, nurture, and help you grow any climbing plant that you have. Now, little tips and tricks with these. If you want your leaves to be the biggest that they can be, give them like a little spritz in between waters. Just keep it a little bit moist up here. Don't go crazy with it, just give it a little spritz, keep this nice and moist. That way the leaves will go suck up anything that's there, and they'll know that they'll be supported if they do let off bigger foliage. Now when you water, that's why I left the top off like this, you can just get a water bottle, just fucking put it in there. Waters itself, mate, self-watering. It'll just drip down into there, and you won't even need to water the pot anymore, because it'll just all come from the pole. So don't do the pot anymore, water through the pole. And that way, guys, you'll see some amazing results. Anyway, thanks for coming on a little journey. Chuck us a like, hit a subscribe, do all the things, click all the things. Yeah, I'll see you on our next adventure next week when I'm gonna be potting a beautiful Philodendron Splendid with this guy and showing you how to do that. All right.